Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandy. I'm a licensed and marriage family therapist. So we are at steps 5 and 6 in our 7-step communication series. So I want to combine 5 and 6 today just because they're fairly short. All right, so here's what I want you to practice in the listener role using nonverbals. I want you to first put your phone down, make sure that you are sending the message that you are completely available to the speaker. And then as they speak, I want you to look at them using good eye contact. You don't want to stare too hard, but appropriate amount of time of looking at them while they talk. The other thing I want you to do is to nod every once in a while. Okay, so nodding in agreement or in empathy. So you're conveying that you're following, you're tracking, you're with them in the topic that they are talking about. Okay, so I want to introduce you to a very close cousin of the nonverbal skill, which is tracking statements. So basically, tracking statements are just very short words that tell the speaker that you are still with them, you're still tracking, you support what they're saying, you understand. And those examples would be things like saying, I hear you. That sounds scary. Go on. I want to hear more. So things like that, very short words of encouragement that tell the speaker that you are still tracking. All right. So although they're verbal in nature, they're very minimal, and they serve the purpose that the nonverbals do, which is encouraging the speaker to continue talking. All right, so I want to go over the skill of curiosity. Now, being a good communicator involves good listening, right? And being curious is one of those skills that let the speaker know that you are invested in what they're saying, you're very interested in what they're saying, because you're engaged in asking meaningful questions. It lets them know that you're tracking and following what they're saying and you're not just zoned out and spaced out. Another benefit to being curious and asking meaningful questions is it helps the speaker link one idea to another idea by creating a linear pattern. So for example, have you ever had a conversation with a person who kept going round and round in circles and not being able to make a point? Well, when you ask a question like, so what did you do next? It can help the speaker think about, well, what did I do next? And then explain the story in a sequence versus in a circular way. So asking curious questions might be harder than you think if you haven't done it before and if it's new to you. So I'd like to give you some examples of what kind of questions to ask when you are trying to be curious. All right. So a curious question could be something like, well, what do you think the problem is? Or it could be, why was this choice better than the other choice? Or how is this time different than the last time? Or perhaps, what do you think would happen if blank? Okay, so questions like that just help the speaker think about things more thoroughly. You act as a soundboard when you ask questions like that, and it brings more meaning to the story that they are trying to convey to you. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I just really wanted to share quickly how to utilize nonverbal cues and how to be a bit more curious to really deepen and bring more interest to the conversation. All right. And remember the previous steps. Okay. Step 1 is making an appointment. Step 2 is stating the expectation. Step 3 is being precise. Step 4 is using I statements. And of course, step 5 and 6 is utilizing nonverbals and then being curious. All right. So we have one more step left, and that video should be coming out shortly. And until that happens, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Aloha.